In this video, I'm going to go over how I made 2.5 hour in 2 minutes of trading. And for my second trade, I also made an additional 1.5 hour in 2 minutes of trading as well. And I'm essentially going to go over how I took this trade, what was the logic behind it, and yeah, let's get into it. The only thing you need to keep in mind about this trade is that it doesn't happen very often. The 930 inversion doesn't happen very often, but this month it's happened a lot. It's been happening a lot, and yeah, let's get into it. If you're patient enough to wait for these setups, you can literally make, on average 2.5 hour per trade in like 2 minutes. All you need to do is just check your chart at 925. And yeah, let's get into it. I also alerted these trades in my free VIP Telegram, where I've made over 160 hour in 9 months of trading, all called live. I haven't deleted a single trade. So going into the daily candle, we can see that this candle hasn't been printed yet. Only the Friday candle has been printed. When I use bar replay on trading view, for some reason it just charts the entire daily candle, which is not ideal for backtesting. So going into the 15 minute, you can clearly see that we have these equalize here, and these are areas where retail traders believe that have very strong resistance, and they usually place their stop loss around here. And because of that, I tend to target these areas because equal highs, data highs are just very strong areas. They're just very strong draws, magnets for price, if I'm being honest. And yeah, as I was a bit hesitant to take this trade because it's not during my usual trading session, which is from 9:30 p.m. to 1 p.m. And because of that, oh well, you're going to see what happens. I moved my stop to break even a bit early, and yeah. So my entry model is essentially inversion fair value gaps. Our fair value gap is the distance between two wicks, one over here and one over here. And the fair value gap gets inversed when we have a candle close above that gap. And you can see that's exactly what happened over here. I went long over here. I put my SL over here. And I was initially targeting like this new week opening gap, which essentially means that the weekly, when price opens on the Sunday night, it essentially is a big gap. And because there hasn't been any price action over here, this is usually a very high magnet for price as well. But I was a bit hesitant because you can see that when I go to the futures chart, like this gap didn't exist. They were just wicks. So because of that, I was a bit hesitant. But yeah, let's see what happens. Because we're in a bearish market, I was a bit hesitant to go long as well. And that's also a reason why I moved my stop to break even as soon as possible. Yeah, so as soon as we took out these trendline highs over here, I move my stop to break even, because what happens is if you're bearish, price is going to sweep one of these highs and then go lower. And I move my stop to break even as soon as we swept this high, because I just had a feeling that we might inverse this, because that's what tends to happen. And yeah, I was right in doing so, because we immediately go stop to break even. But immediately after I saw this candle get inversed, this is the setup I was telling you about earlier. Whenever we see like a 9:30 inversion, whether it's on the 5 minute or the 15 minute, and there's a clear draw, I usually just enter and leave my TP open, because price usually acts like a data wick, like a data candle, and just drops like 100 plus points. And if you go over in March, you can see that this has happened multiple times in March. And I alerted this as soon as I saw this 15-minute inversion. I immediately alerted it in my free Telegram and in my VIP Discord, link in description. And I put my SL over here, and I left my TP open because I just expected price to like blast through this. And that's exactly what happened. And literally if you go to the 5 minute, literally one 5 minute candle, we exploded all the way down here. And I closed it around here at around 2.5 hour, 2.6 hour, if I'm being honest. That was my average. And yeah, then that's literally how I made 2.5 hour in 2.6 hour and 2 minutes of trading. But it's not over yet, because as I said, whenever we have this big move at 9:30. We always tend to consolidate in the New York AM session. And I'll show you what happens next. None of this was called live, it's not hindsight. So we can see the price is consolidating here. But the other thing is we also have a clear draw here, which is these equal highs over here, as I explained earlier for my very first trade in the morning. So when I saw this inversion, I wanted to go long and put my TP over here. But I didn't because I knew that maybe I could just get an entry later on and not have to sit through this pain of consolidation, honestly. And yeah, we can see that we probably spent 1 hour in this consolidation, which is not ideal. Especially if you're used to making like 2.5 hour and like 2.6 hour in like 5 minutes. So I did not take this trade, but when I saw this big bearish candle over here, that's when that essentially added an extra confluence for me, because when retail traders are seeing this, they're essentially going short over here, putting their SL over here because they believe that is strong support, and they probably target like this low over here. And we're going to see how they got absolutely cooked, because when I saw this, I was just waiting for my 5-minute inversion model to show up. So previously we took an inversion on the 15-minute, but now we're going to take an inversion on the 5-minute. And I went long here, put my SL here. I left my TP open because I feel like we're just going to blast through this, because that's what we usually tend to do when we have very clean levels. We tend to blast through them. So yeah, let's see what happens. And boom. Literally in one 5-minute candle, we literally exploded through all of these retail traders stop losses. And I left my TP open because yeah, we got an exact 1.5 hour. So 2.6 hour plus 1.5 hour, we got an approximate, I think about 4.1 hour, which is, and 4.1 hour and 4 minutes of trading, which is 1 hour per minute. And that's efficient, profitable trading, all called live, no hindsight. Link in description to check those out. And yeah, if you're interested in learning more about my strategy and how I analyze all these trades live and call these setups, because I essentially made 150 R in around 9 months of trading, risking just 1% per trade, all called live. You can find the link in the description for that, and I'll see you guys in the next video.